All right, welcome back. 11:23 now on your Monday and your President's Day. So if you want to celebrate, you know what, why not grab a couple snacks, right? And for all your snack needs, Peoria Business has kept things popping for 8.5 years. And their name is one you've probably seen a ton at local community events. They are all over. But the question becomes, how did it all begin? Well, joining us this morning are Popcorn Heaven co-owners Greg and Joanne Young. Mr. and Mrs. Young, thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, I did notice that one of our bags slipped a little bit, but I wanted to talk first about the products you guys brought in. You guys have a host of flavors available. Let's talk a little bit about your offerings first. What are your favorite flavors? What are some of the hot sellers? Tell us about the popcorn.
Well, one of my favorite is jalapeno ranch.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
And I like to mix it with sea salt caramel.
Oh, my gosh. That sounds incredible. See, I've never heard... Until you guys, I truly have never heard of any of these flavors, a lot of these flavors, I should say, when it came to popcorn. You know, you're used to your traditional classics, like your butter, your caramel, right?
Caramel.
I remember the hot wing flavor was one of the best things I have ever had when it came to snack food. It is so, so good. You guys are a community staple. How did you really get your start? Talk us through sort of the founding process of the business.
Well, I have a cousin in Waterloo, Iowa, who started Popcorn Heaven.
Okay.
And we were looking for something to do once we retired. And this was a chance to have a business and something to do in retirement.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are chugging along, 8.5 years strong. You started off on Sterling, right? And then things just had to kind of expand?
Yeah, Sterling and Gill, we started out. After about 2 years, we found that place was getting a little bit small for us, and so we were looking for another place, and one of our customers owned the building where we're at now.
Oh, nice.
And so we bought the building through him.
Oh, that's awesome. We were talking about the flavors a bit ago, right? This is something that you guys are known for. I mean, getting experimental, trying flavors that people haven't heard about, like I was just mentioning. How do you guys figure out what new flavors to introduce and what to put on the menu?
Customers, employees, they'll bring up suggestions, and we'll walk it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Do we want to try that or not? And then we'll
get in the kitchen and mix up different flavors and let the customers try them.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the customers are pretty good with their feedback then.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. What have been maybe the most resounding things that you've tried? Maybe a flavor that you haven't really seen before, that customers have just said, this is it. I love this more than anything.
What do you think?
Right. I don't know. I think my favorite being the Iowa mix is probably something different that they've never tried before. But
and what's in that one?
It's a white cheddar and a yellow cheddar and a caramel all mixed together.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
I'm not as on the spices as he is.
Okay.
So
something a little more even, right, to keep it going. Yeah, for sure. Now, we have seen a little bit recently, right, and I'm sure you guys have seen it too, about there are some local businesses in the area that are maybe facing some tough times, right? You and I, we were talking out in the lobby, right, about how sometimes when it comes to this industry, things can ebb and flow a little bit. And so there have been some local businesses in a similar field that maybe have been struggling a little bit. How have you guys stayed ahead of the curve?
Well, we have loyal customers. After 8.5 years, we have loyal customers.
Yeah.
They come in and they support us very well. But we also learned during this venture, peak times and low times.
Of course.
And during the peak times, you have to reserve and put funds back in order to get ready for the low times. So we learned that a long time ago.
You learn when your good days are and when your bad days are monthly, basically, and you just learn what you have to do to keep the flow through the low times.
And we also know that after Christmas, it's a lower period.
For sure.
Because everybody's got New Year's resolutions going, and
what, you're telling me caramel popcorn isn't on top of the resolutions? Come on.
I don't think so. My wife says she takes all the bad stuff out of the popcorn. But
I tell people that we make everything in our store from scratch. Everything is made from scratch.
That's amazing.
So I always tell people that while we're making it from scratch, we take the bad stuff out.
I love that.
Yeah.
So for more good stuff, where can people find you guys?
609 Westlake Avenue.
Perfect. And you guys have a website too?
No, we have to have a Facebook presence.
Facebook, awesome. All right, I'm going to hold this bag up. Check out these labels. You're going to see it at community events all over the place. We got information there on your screen as well. These guys are the real deal. We love their products here at 25 News. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. They were just kind enough to come in and talk about it, but they're always so good to us. Both of you, thank you so much for coming in again. It was so great to see you. And by the way, we will have that interview online a little later on, so be sure to stay tuned for 25newsnow.com to check that out. We'll be right back after the break. Stick around.